That was a couple case studies which I hope you found very interesting to watch. First of all, we watched Eric Whitacre's virtual choir. Now, if you want to see a little bit more, you can check out this deep dive that is posted, a TED Talk from Eric Whitacre, where he's talking about the virtual choir, how it was created, and how it was made. The second video we saw was Johnny Cash's memorial, and that was done by Aaron Koblin. Now, if you want to know more about that case study, check out Aaron Koblin's deep dive. Here's the YouTube link, and it's also down below as well. And check out these deep dive tech talks for both Aaron and for Eric, which give a really great idea, plus some other projects that they've worked on in creating these kind of virtual happenings. Now, here's the thing about both of these happenings. What we see is the following. We see that there's a certain purpose, a greater purpose than just the single individual created. For instance, for the virtual choir, you can become part of this larger virtual choir, this larger piece of music that is being created. On the other side, we have with the Johnny Cash Memorial, you as a fan get to be a part of that memorial music video. I mean, how cool is that for a fan of any musician to be a part of any music video, let alone the last music video to be made for them? There we see this higher purpose that's created. Self-determination theory is what I'm talking about here. This is something we get into deeper in the master class if you haven't already checked it. Now, purpose is step one. The second part we need is autonomy. People need to have the freedom, right, to make their own choices, to make their own, ideas happen within that set. For instance, some people might be better at singing at the higher tones and other people are better at singing the lower tones. Or some people are better at drawing photorealistic, whereas some people are better drawing in a much more abstract way. And if you give that autonomy, if you give that freedom of choice, that creates self-determination theory, which increases the motivation intrinsically for people to want to participate. And the third and the key thing is mastery. Now, mastery means that people need to have the skill set mastered in order to accomplish the task. Now, I know not everybody is good enough to sing in a giant choir. I mean, some of us will just keep it to the shower and not hurt the rest of the people's ears. But some of us are pretty good. Some of us actually have a great skill in singing, but we just need the tools. For instance, that little song track and the ability to upload it somewhere to YouTube. Those tools were provided by Eric Whitacre to be able to take part in that for those who have mastered that skill. On the other hand, Aaron Koblin, he created an entire tool set of brushes and online drawing, tools to allow people to scroll through, pick a frame, and draw virtually online, these different colors and everything with Johnny Cash. So both of them had to provide the tools to enable those that have mastery of that skill to be able to participate. And those are the three core parts of self-determination theory that we see happening in each of these two case studies. Now, this is what I want you to do. I'm going to give you a little challenge. I want you to go out and find a happening that's happening around you. Now, this could be some kind of flash mob. It could be some kind of interactive art installation. It could be something online or offline. But what I want you to do is I want you to describe which of Capral's rules of the happening you can identify or not identify in that happening. Yeah, and if you haven't, remember, if you've lost it again, here are those 9 rules. Look as spontaneous as possible. Focus on mass consumption. focused on gaining attention via mass media, shortened duration, focused on mass spontaneous participation, new and creative, free of form restraints, location doesn't matter, and it's apolitical. Yeah? Those are the 9 rule sets for the happening. Now again, not all of them may apply to the happening that you do. But I want you to go out there, experience some happening, and tell us about it on the Game Beyond Discord channel so we can all learn from that as well. Next up, we'll be looking in a little deeper in how to plan your own flash mob.